In October 2013, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck the province of Bohol, Philippines. Several small islands sank, and now they become completely flooded during the king tides. The islanders are learning to adapt to 100 years' worth of sea level rise.
Daghan kayo mga problema nga among ma-encounter bitaw kada taob jud. Kung
We
magtudlo
encounter a lot of problems whenever there is tidal flooding. Whenever we teach and there's high tide, the attention of the kids is really not there anymore. It's with the sea. The kids are physically present but mentally absent. They are looking at you, but they are actually playing with the water with their feet. There is also dirt. It's fine if it's just fish that enter the classroom, but what's really sad is when there is also manure or human waste. It's really dangerous even when the children are on their way to school. There are so many accidents that could happen when they leave the classroom. It's no longer safe to live in an island like this, especially during high tides. But it is most dangerous when there is a typhoon and high tides. I hope that other organizations will help and support us. They could elevate our classrooms, so whenever there is flooding, the children would not be affected.
Ako maganda yun nga mga tao din nga. Ako yun nga masipti sila.
My dream is that the people here are safe. Whenever there are typhoons or storms, we should evacuate. If there are strong winds and high waves, the houses are destroyed, and the people's lives are at risk. We should ensure the safety of the people, and not care about what happens to our belongings left behind. During Storm Queenie, many boats and houses were destroyed. The tide was not even high then, and the island was not yet flooded. But the waves were very dangerous. They were monstrous, and we were all very afraid. We have a poor way of life, but our hope is that we can stay on the islands, because our livelihood depends on the sea. My dream is that we would no longer have malnourished children. Vegetables are rare, so we usually eat fish and crab, and if there's no fish, we eat seashells. Every household should grow plants because that is for our benefit, our children, and the rest of the community. For drinking, we use bottled water. For our domestic chores, we use rainwater. But our real problem is tidal flooding, because when we grow plants, they are splashed with seawater and they wilt. If the road could be elevated, it would keep the waves at bay and prevent the sea from flooding inland. Life on the islands is simple but very happy. When you visit the islands, you will be met by children with smiling faces, fishermen who are happy with their catch, and women who are enjoying their humble lifestyle. Of course, there are many challenges on the islands, especially now with king tides. But they have learned to live with tidal flooding and have maintained their happy disposition despite all difficulties. The islanders are a truly resilient people, racing the king tide. They have big hopes for their islands and for their futures.